Hey guys, so today I'm going to share a project that I'm actually very excited for. It's this Martha Stewart sequin, shiny, amazing pillow cover. And first and foremost, since I am blind as a bat, I need my glasses. Secondly, you do need to get a stretchy band of sequins because it's easier to attach. Of course, you'll need your fabric scissors and fabric glue, or if you don't want to glue it, of course, I'm going to show you how to sew. You will also need your thread, and I used white and light gray. And finally, your seamstress ruler. I don't know what to call this, but basically you can see what it is. So I began by cutting my square. The measurements will be on my blog, but of course you will have to change this accordingly to your pillow. However, I measured everything and added 2 centimeters of seam allowance all around, and now I am marking it and measuring it with my L-shaped, very awesome ruler. I say awesome because this ruler makes your lines clear, crisp. It doesn't damage the ruler because it's iron, and it's an L shape, which means you can do your lines not crookedly but straight. I used a different fabric on the back because it was less expensive this way. Also, the fabric came with a 2 centimeter of a fold on the corner, and I used that as one of my seam allowances. So, because I'm lazy, that was awesome. But you should add the 2 centimeters if yours doesn't come like mine. I also added 5 centimeters of overlapping because I will not be adding a zipper. That's just too much work in my opinion. And also I've began to cut this, but do realize that you have to cut very slowly and not damage it. I also folded it in half because again I am very lazy. And if you are not very at ease with your own cutting, I suggest you use a slower method and not fold in half because that's not a good idea. You can mess up very easily. Okay, so let me explain why I added only 5 centimeters on the overlapping. Overlapping is important if you want to clean this cover, this pillow cover. And it's also good if you allow it 5 to 7 centimeters depending on the pillow size, because that way when you put the pillow on, remember that the pillow is not flat, of course. You want it to puff, and by doing so you need to have an overlap that doesn't show the behind of the pillow itself, otherwise it will look ugly. Even though the pillow is being hidden, the back part is being hidden, that's an important feature to have. Just give it a little bit more of overlapping than what you think. I've seen people just give it like 3 centimeters and it's not pretty. I also marked the seam allowance with my pins. However, there are tons of better ways. Like, for instance, my mom, she's a seamstress. She knows what she's doing. And she usually irons her seam allowances. And sometimes I do that. But I was lazy, so I just did it with the pins. But, you know, the more perfect you do it, the better for you, I guess. Okay, so remember to sew it. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can just do this by hand, by free stitching, but it's not, it's boring. I also turned the little lines I did on the to the back, and remember that you're going to sew your right side inwards so that when you sew it all together, you will have the part that goes inside hidden from the human eye. You will also have to do that on the outside. So basically, you're seeing the ugly part, and then you turn it right side out. I also made sure everything was flat and snug together, and I pinned everything, making sure that the first thing I do pin is the overlapping, because if you miss that while sewing it, I just I'll tell you it's not a good mistake. It's horrible. It's the end of you. After I sewed everything, I am going to cut the corners because then it's much easier for you to turn it the right side out so that the corners won't be bulky. And as you can see, I am having very sharp corners, which is awesome. You can iron your throw pillow by now if you want to because of the sequins afterwards, but I didn't do that. I also used the prior throw pillow that I did before as a test, and since it was okay and nice and done and everything was correct, I measured through there, and the difference from the corner to the center was by 7 centimeters, and the ribbon was, I think, 28 centimeters long, but I'm not sure because I'm not there yet. Let me see. And I'm gonna show it around here. And it is in fact 28. Yes. Woohoo. I keep saying this. However, cut with fabric scissors. You do not want to damage your scissors on the wrong material. I also put some old Swedish publicity magazines on the inside because I am going to do the gluing first. And be careful and turn it and use your fabric glue. Do not use anything but this. And start with the corners. Measure one corner on the bottom and the other corner on the side. And remember to put a generous amount of glue to your ribbon. Glue to ribbon ratio should be generous, yes, because not too generous though, because it will seep out and it will stain the fabric. So keep that in mind. But anyway, a generous amount, because the ribbon is kind of tricky and it curls up very easily. So also put your scissors, which if they are fabric scissors, they will be very heavy, and it will help to glue faster. This type of glue, however, I think it's a Swedish brand. It's actually pretty good. I'll try to find the link and put it somewhere. So for my European viewers, if you want to find it, maybe you can online. And now comes the sewing part, which at first I thought it was a better idea, but then there's the thing. You'll sew in the center, because that's what I did, and you'll have a little bit of give to the ribbon. However, I think it's not really a dangerous thing because you can tug on the glued one, and if you tug really strongly, of course it will rip, just like the glued one. Anyway, I started from behind with my needle and went back. This is, I don't know how to call it in English, but it's basically a forward backward stitch. So if you figure out how I'm doing this, and if you want to try it, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to do even. So you can see I'm doing it through the center, and you can do bigger stitches. It's not gonna be ugly to look at because it's going to be hidden by the sequins.
Essas noites tão ciganas, esses ventos temporais, as estrelas iluminam.
And what do you know? It's done. So put your cheap pillows inside of your awesome looking, expensive looking pillow, throw pillowcase, cover, whatever you want to call it, and you have an amazing thing made by yourself that looks expensive but wasn't. It was not expensive. So that's it. Also, you guys, thank you for subscribing and for commenting on my videos and liking them. Also, you can check out my latest 2 videos. And for more information, check my blog. I'm updating it, but I promise there's going to be enough and more information for you guys there. So check it out. Bye!